Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here. Welcome to another part of Spyro 2. Here I am. Wait. Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here. Where you the viewer of the outcome. Hello everyone, CrystalFissure. Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here. Where you the viewer decide the outcome of the player, and we got a cutscene.
Ripto's still alive, and he's locked us out of the castle. Even worse, he's stolen our new power crystal for the super portal.
All right. So.
If you can collect enough orbs, you'll be able to get the power crystal back from Ripto, and we can send you to dragonfly.
Alright, so joining me today are two guest commentators, two people that hail from Ireland, the AFA013 and MrGamesendy. There we go. Alright, so
hello.
Welcoming you to the part. Today we're here in Al's
Nice
favourite homeworld, I think, is it?
Yes, it is. It is my favorite homeworld. Although I do like autumn plains quite a lot. Yes, I do enjoy Winter Tundra as well, and probably just gets the nod just because it's the winter. I like
Exactly. And I will interrupt you just one more time. This was a lot of cutscenes. I apologise.
One last Speedway adventure for you, Spyro? It's not that expensive, you know.
No deal.
Okay, come back when you...
Okay, no, I was going to say, usually, sometimes they say interesting shit, but I'll say
last
yes now.
speed-
Alright. Sure.
You've chosen wisely. I bet a quick dragon like you will win your money back in no time.
True, I will win my money back because I'm actually a good,
And that's my favorite
racer.
speedway just unlocked there, Fisher.
Yes, the
That's my
final
favorite
speedway, which I won't actually. I'm not even going to show you it. Spoiler alert! I'm actually just going to keep it there. So, I guess the first thing to discuss about this level is the music, which continues the ambient tones. I suppose from the first the first two homeworlds. It's actually probably, I don't know. I reckon I probably consider it my favourite one. Actually, I
Yeah,
reckon.
it's my favorite one, definitely. I mean, it's the same basic melody, but this time he adds like wind chimes and stuff into it, and I think that really, I don't know, just tops it off. Really, I mean, I remember making like a beat, like based, kind of inspired by this, I suppose. And yeah, I just love the melody, and it just fits perfectly with the old scenery and stuff. And that's kind of something I missed from Spyro 3, because in Spyro 3 kind of makes a lot of the homeworld music is kind of upbeat, where I wish he would kind of just go back to this kind of thing where it's really kind of like serious in quotation marks. I don't know. It's
I quite enjoyed it actually. I'll just talk to Moneybags here.
Well,
Jesus.
Spyro, it comes down to this. There's only one more thing I can teach you. And like all the best things, it doesn't come cheap. The head bash move is very simple.
Okay, well, he just teaches you how to do head bash. Head bash is basically X and triangle. I think, is it? Yeah, I think it is. Like this.
It's X and triangle, Fisher.
There we go. Thank you. It's pretty simple, but yeah, no, as you were saying, yeah, it is actually, I reckon it's a very sampleable sound, actually. I reckon you could use it in a production of a hip-hop thing if you, get the right, the right cut. You got to cut it and chop it, effectively for a loop. But it is quite a nice ambient sound, and I'm pretty sure it's completely original. I think he actually made the sound himself, but what synth he used, I wouldn't know. So yeah, there's that.
I'm wondering that myself. Yeah, well, it'd be cool to if someone turned this like just deep into like some kind of hip hop beat, then that would just be incredible. I have to say, just because I don't know, just something about the music is it's just perfect for this like level environment as well. I mean, a big, tundra, so to speak, and like just the castle. It just, I don't know, it's just great. You can imagine that they'd have a lot of fun like making this as well. I have to say, so. Yeah, and in Spyro 3, obviously, the homeworlds were definitely great, but as I say, the music is kind of more upbeat in Spyro 3, which, I prefer, like, the homeworld music just having more of a kind of a serious tone to it, I guess, but that's just me.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think, Mr. Gamesendy?
I like the music in this homeworld. I don't know what's my favorite in the game. Probably tied between Summer Forest and Winter Tundra, because, with Autumn Plains is kind of relaxing but also creepy. But I prefer Spyro 3 in general, so I'd probably say I prefer the music in Spyro 3 for the homeworlds than in Spyro 2.
Yeah, well, I guess everyone kind of likes their own, their own sort of genre or style. I can definitely see why people would like Spyro 3 music more, but the homeworld music, but I probably like the second one more. But I'll just talk to this guy, Professor.
I can see you've learned the value of orbs, Spyro. This touchy gate should work perfectly with the help of your impressive orb collection.
Oh, there's a 5 goals appearance from my father. There's Metropolis, by the way.
And you've opened the 2 levels, my 2 favorite levels in this homeworld already.
There we go.
Part.
There we go. Actually,
Oh,
I was going to say, I guess one more thing regarding the music is that I think that, in the third game, he actually had someone helping him with the music, while in Spyro 1, he had, less, he had less help and stuff like that. And actually, that's why Spyro 1 sounds a lot more melodic, I suppose, or simple, because they're actually using a scale. It's a computer music scale called Mixolydian, or something like Mixolydian or something, which is like a certain scale, a musical scale, which makes things sound a lot more upbeat. Spyro 2 seems to use more chords, and Spyro 3 kind of seems to use sampled sounds a lot more. So there is actually an evolution in Spyro's music, I believe, which is cool.
definitely. Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so talking about the homeworld itself, you see this is actually where the cutscene is, or where a large bulk of the cutscenes in the game are shown. And actually, it is cool that, I guess, certain games you could never ever visit the game's cutscene. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's always kind of like there's a cutscene in the level, and that's it. So, what was that? Wait one sec. And we're back. Interruption from Mr. Four Goals himself. Now, wait, is there any more shit up there? What was I talking about again? The cutscene. Yeah. Certain games they have cutscenes and they're never actually in the particular world, and I kind of like the fact that they have the cutscene. You can actually like walk around the cutscene, essentially, I guess.
I know exactly what you mean, because they have that actually in some GTA, and GTA
like
San
in buildings
Andreas in
and shit?
particular. Yeah, like in San Andreas, like some cutscenes, like well, yeah, actually you're right. Yeah, some of them, the areas aren't actually, you can't access them. They're in like a specific area, which is inaccessible. Not all the time, but some of the time. So I actually know what you're saying. Actually, that's an interesting point in many regards. So yeah, but it would have been kind of cool if they, actually in Spyro 3 you can't access, the sorceress's thingo.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I wonder where it's stored game-wise, because
I wonder
like what they did in Spyro 3 is in certain levels you can actually like swim in the air up to the top, and there's like a repeat version of the level that basically contains like just no solid sprites or whatever. So what you can actually do is you can actually like go through the walls and shit because you're swimming in the air. So it would be interesting to see whether where in the game or what level the placeholder level is, because usually it's just a separate place, because like the cutscene in Spyro 3 where Hunter gets sent down into the the dungeon, that bit? That's actually like, it's actually located in the level, but you have to basically swim in the air to get access to it. So maybe the sorceress.
Are you on that part, in the cutscene where the sorceress like is talking to Bianca and all that?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm referring to. Yeah, I'm trying to.
That would have been so awesome. Like I remember, my friend was telling me when I first got Spyro 3 about the final boss and all that, and said there's he was hyping up so much, and then we got into the super bonus. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. Like as a kid, I don't reckon I was disappointed by the super bonus round, but I did. It isn't as epic as you thought. Would you agree, Al? Like it wasn't maybe as I know epic's maybe the wrong word to use, but here's Laura. Yeah, you got the orbs. Yeah, okay. I don't know how to explain it, but it felt like that maybe the ending of Spyro 3 could have been maybe a cooler level. I don't know. The super bonus round's kind of hit and miss for me, but I don't know how that really relates to Spyro 2.
I would have loved to have gone to that area where the sorceress is talking to Bianca.
Yeah, maybe even a boss could be there. I don't know. Who knows? But did I beat that level? I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So is the next level? Is it this one we're meant to go to, Robotica Farms?
I would start with the outside levels.
Oh, you're right.
Just because
You're right, Mystic.
Go to Mystic Marsh or something like that. Or
Mystic Marsh. Good idea. All right. Well, any final thoughts? Might as well just try and get as much as we can out of this level as possible. Any other thoughts that you have on this level?
It's a very good homeworld. It's a very good homeworld, Winter Tundra, and it's a good way to finish off the game.
I agree. I agree.
Just look at that view that you have there. I mean, you're looking at just this giant castle located amongst these snowy mountain kind of. Well, yes, I guess it's a mountainous, snowy kind of area. It's just perfect, in terms of
visuals,
just the
visuals,
homeworld.
Yeah. It is
visuals.
a spectacular looking level.
It is a good view.
I think that if Spyro 2 actually was meant to have 4 homeworlds, this still would be the final homeworld because it really is a spectacular looking level, and I think that it's probably one of the best constructed levels for the mere fact that you can go like under the level and shit. Like it's really quite. Actually, the homeworlds I reckon in Spyro 2 are the most intricately designed ones in the whole series. I think the Spyro 3 ones reminisce more of a level, while I think Spyro 2's homeworld reminisce more of a landscape, more of a natural actual place. You know what I mean? A more location.
That's a good point.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. You're right there.
Sorry for the really in depth, but I guess that's what it does remind me of, a more realistic entity. Like, you know, for example, Midnight Mountain kind of feels like a real level, but like a place. But like something like what's that level? Sunrise Spring just feels more like an actual game level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not
I know exactly
a
what you mean.
place where you'd live, basically.
Yeah,
But
and knowing Autumn Plains, you know, at the top of that, like the top of it, like you have that, like when Spyro 3 don't have that like at all.
that's a very good point, actually. There's quite a lot of freedom in the home worlds, I reckon, compared to the third one. That's just what I think, I reckon. And yeah, no, you're right about that.
I agree. Yeah, because like just look at like how you get one of those orbs. You have to take a whirlwind and you fly over like to this like secret little kind of like waterfall thing. It very much feels like, you know, as opposed to being I guess a level made out of a landscape. It's like a landscape made into a level, that type of thing, I suppose. If that makes
Very
any
well
sense.
described. No, that makes complete sense. I think that's maybe one aspect. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, Spyro 3 is better because more variety and shit." But I think I personally am kind of like think they're both really good. But I think that there's certain aspects where Spyro 2 flourishes. Is I think what we said in Andrew's Let's Play Ratchet 5 is how it is a bit more charming and kind of more elegant, maybe feeling, if that's the right word to use, compared to Spyro 3. And also, the fodder are penguins, so gotta love penguins.
Makes sense. Yeah.
No, actually, no, I'm not gonna kill them, even though they are
don't kill them.
ones and zeros.
Let's leave them. Yep.
Leave them. All right, there we go.
Definitely
We've done a CrystalFissure circa 2011 where I talk about the level for another like 5 minutes when people clearly want to finish the part. There we go. In the next part, Mystic Marsh is the level we shall go to, and yes, thank you for Al and Mr. Gamesendy for commentating. Yes, it was an absolute honor to have you here, and I'm doing my Joe Hindenburg impression. So, well done.
Go Joe, you rock.
That's right. Okay. Goodbye.